Well, hello. Fancy meeting you here. So I guess if you're watching this video, you are wondering how in the world you're supposed to do this hunted task number 9 using PT to find the distance between points on a graph. Hopefully by now you have figured out what PT actually stands for. So let's get started. In this activity, we're going to be using Pythagorean theorem to help you find lengths of line segments on a graph, or in other words, the distance between 2 points. Now, at the top of each slide, I want to show you a couple of things because this is kind of a cool thing, but I want you to also understand that this activity is self-checking. It's going to tell you if your answer is correct or not. However, it is going to be asking you to round your answers. There is this video here on the very first slide. If you forget how to round or if you get stuck, there are a variety of examples in this video. So feel free to click on it and then scroll ahead in the video to find an example similar to the one you want if you get stuck. So let's dive in. What you see here is a line on a graph. Now, we have been dealing with Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, only we've been using it with right triangles. The thing is this is just a line segment. How in the world is Pythagorean theorem going to help us when we just have a line? Well, here's the super cool part. Notice this line is on a graph. Notice the grid lines in the background. Anytime you have grid lines in the background, you can use those grid lines to help you form a right triangle. Now, the super cool thing is you can make this right triangle go like this, or you can make this right triangle go like this. It's whatever catches your fancy. Personally, I always like my triangles sitting on their base, or sitting on a base, not upside down, but whatever works for you. So here's what we have. We have this right triangle now. Notice the right angle is right here. This point that's inside the triangle is always pointing to side C, so I know automatically that this is my side C. That makes these two sides A and B. So if I look at the length of this side, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 units long. So I know that A equals 4. The length of this side is 2 units long. So I know that B equals 2. In class, you know that we've been drawing the squares on the sides of our triangle and finding the areas of these two squares, because when I add up these two areas, it gives me the area of this. So 4 squared gives me 16. 2 squared, that should be a squared, gives me 4. So these are the two numbers that I'm going to add up, and it is going to give me this area. Now, this calculator up here will do the exact same thing. Here's a super secret shortcut. Don't tell Mr. Domain I told you this. We have 4 squared that I can just type in exactly like this. 4 squared plus the 2 squared plus 2 squared, and it's going to give me 20. Now, here's the other super cool thing. That's the area of this guy. Don't forget, we're not done. We can't assume 20 is the answer. I can prove it to you right now because look at that. Sorry, that answer is wrong. It also tells me be sure you round your decimal to the nearest hundredth, which means I'm supposed to get a decimal answer. So last thing I need to do, 20 is an area. How do I go back from area to side length? Well, I'm going to take the square root. So here's what I can do. Here's another super secret shortcut. I can hit square root, and you can either manually type in the number 20, or I can hit answer, and it's automatically going to put that 20 in there. Now, here is my decimal. I can't put that whole decimal in there because of the fact that it's going to go 4.472135955. And I hit submit. Still not right because it's not rounded. The hundredths place, the number 100 has 2 zeros, so I need 2 numbers behind the decimal, plus I need that third number to be the boss. That 2's the boss. The 2 is not big enough to make the 7 go to an 8, so my answer should be 4.47. Here's the super nice thing. When you're finished with this activity, you're going to have to take a screenshot of this page. Make sure we either see your work here, or if you want to use the calculator to show your work, don't erase it. Notice I kept both of those lines on my screen. So now all I have to do to take my screenshot is hit that CTRL button plus the button above the 6 so that it captures this whole thing. It captures my work, it captures my calculator movements, and my answer. Then I'll go into Echo and turn it in when I've answered the rest of them. That's how you do all 5 of these, and there's only 5 on this assignment. You're welcome. All 5 of these, you're going to solve the exact same way. Not too hard, and we've even given you an extra credit one. I didn't ask Mr. Demain, Miss Reddard about this one either. I just put them in there. Totally optional, but might get some extra credit points if you give it a try. Hopefully this helps you guys. Good luck on your work. Don't erase your calculator work, because even when you move to the next slide, it saves, and then we can see it from our teacher screen. It helps us a lot seeing your work. Good luck. We know you're going to do great. Have a great day, everybody.